Hi, Internet people! Welcome to Dragnalysis, the show where we break down RuPaul's Drag Race from the perspective of two feminist nerds.
While also throwing in a ton of random cat jokes.
So many cats.
This week, they are doing the Rusical.
It is the Madonna Rusical. So I think we've got a lot to cover here. So we're going to find different psychological phenomenon along the way, make note of any sort of interesting things that we find.
Who do you think is going to, knock this out of the park?
I think that Britta has been talk this whole time about her performance abilities, so I think this would be a great opportunity for her. But I think my money's probably on Jan.
Yeah.
I think that she's shown so much talent all the way through.
I think so too.
Did Jan pick to go first? Because that's a power move.
Yeah.
That is a power move right there.
Who's going to be really bad that we're expecting to be really good?
I feel like Britta's either going to be really bad or really good. So, I think one thing that many viewers are noticing in this season is that Gigi, being such a young queen, is also a very confident queen and comes across as pretty emotionally mature, I would say. And the question would be, what do you think contributes to her confidence and her ability to be herself with so much zeal at that age?
Obviously, family is a huge thing.
Yep.
I think she's talked about it a little bit too, that her family was always really accepting of her. And I mean, if you're not going to be supportive of it, obviously you're going to have this huge wall, which she never really had to have because her family was so supportive.
Mm-hmm.
So then you have people complete assumption, I don't know a whole lot about Aiden, but she seems like she has a pretty big wall built up.
Mm-hmm.
So maybe her family or friends or just people haven't been as accepting towards her versus someone like Gigi, who is clearly really confident and very comfortable with who she is.
Mm-hmm. It makes me think a lot about last season. And I don't know if you remember at the reunion, Silky and Evie were talking about why they kind of got in it so much. And I remember distinctly Evie saying basically that my damage doesn't work well with your damage. That we are just clashing, our defense mechanisms are clashing. And that's why we're going back and forth like this. How much more could Silky or Evie have accomplished if they didn't feel such a need to defend themselves the whole time?
That's very true. I didn't think about that. That's a good point, though.
And that's not intended as a read or they should do something. It's just, I don't really like the word damage, but maybe a burden that it seemed like they both were carrying throughout this season that just isn't there for Gigi, it seems like.
Yes!
So I'm really excited about both these guest judges. Obviously, a big fan of AOC. I think that she's done a lot of really incredible work.
Well, the way that she handles herself, her online presence, especially, is, super impressive.
Phenomenal. And I'm also really excited to see Winnie here. So my mom has vitiligo, and she felt really, really insecure about that. So much so that she would literally fill in the vitiligo spots on her face to sort of cover up and match. And I remember the first time that I saw this model in a magazine, and it really something. It made me feel like that doesn't have to hinder your sense of self-worth. And so I'm really happy that she's here.
With the media, there's always this image of the perfect person.
Mm-hmm.
And for me, being type 1 diabetic, I have different medical devices. I have a CGM on my arm that I've been asked weird things like, is that drugs? Like, yeah, people
Really?
think it's, like, weird shit. And I'm like, no, like, I promise it's not.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, and then, like, comments about, like, my insulin pump that looks like a pager. Like, you get asked questions all the time, and I feel like now there have been more companies that are being more, like, inclusive of that.
Mm-hmm.
And it's, like, a really cool feeling to see that. To be like, yes, this is normal. Like, I'm not weird.
No, you're not weird.
The excitement that I feel when I see somebody else that has, like, a CGM on their arm, or I see, like, an insulin pump, I get so excited. And, like, I want to talk to them, but I'm so awkward that I can't get words out. If somebody came up to me and, like, was excited that they saw I had one, like, I would reciprocate that excitement.
Mm-hmm.
And I would hope that people would feel comfortable coming up and talking to me about it.
Yeah.
So I think it's really cool.
Yeah. Because really, I don't mind answering questions from people.
Not at all.
At all.
Yes!
So initial thoughts watching the Madonna Rusical?
Jackie's on right now, but I feel like there could be more energy, maybe? She seems like very going by steps.
Oh, Gigi looks amazing.
When doesn't she look amazing?
She's got it. Like, that...
Every time I get worried about her, and then she just comes out and kills it. Never doubt Gigi. That's all I have to say. Never doubt Gigi. So impressed right now.
My initial thought from Britta is that I want bigger cone titties. Bigger. Bigger.
Bigger the better.
Okay, yep. Jada's giving me sex now. Yep.
Yep.
Why is my critique for everyone to have bigger boobs? Is this just me having a fetish? I love when Crystal is just weird.
Yeah, this part was like made for Crystal Method.
I love it so much. I love that I am 100% getting Madonna from Widow.
Yeah.
And I think that's because Widow is emanating that confidence that Madonna is all about. Do you think Heidi would marry me? I'm so in love right now.
I liked it.
I liked it too.
But I still feel like there should have been a mini challenge.
Me too. Do you think there was any clear winners and losers?
I think my top two were Gigi and Heidi.
Yeah, I think so too.
They just like nailed it completely.
I think it's gonna be down to who does better on the runway between the two of them.
I agree.
Yes!
Oh my god, I love this Michelle Visage from Jackie. I love the bustier, the big hair, the big boots, and the big boobs. I want bigger boobs.
Yep.
This is a really smart choice. I just want boobs.
Yep.
That is like almost the exact same dress.
Yes.
Hell yes.
That's my favorite so far.
That's my favorite. Finally, someone represented the fact that Michelle has a star right here beneath her titties. That kind of detail is what I'm looking for.
Yep.
I'm so happy that somebody gave us like 90s hooker Michelle. We needed that. We needed that in our lives.
Yes.
I think Crystal was the perfect one to give it to us.
I think so too. I don't think anyone else could have pulled it off that well.
Mm-hmm. The thing about Widow's look is I don't think that it's really iconic Michelle.
I don't think so either.
I don't think I see that outfit and that hair and those shoes and think that's Michelle Visage.
No.
Oh, I love Heidi's choice.
I'm here for the cape.
For the cape, I'm here for the big loaf, honey. Okay, you know what I would have done? The ballsy political choice, the fact that she had her breast implants removed due to breast implant disease.
Yeah,
problems.
that's like a huge thing.
If I were to go no tits Michelle Visage, that's what I would do. is I would try to make it a statement in some way, shape, or form of, like, yep, this was a big part of her identity. We still love you. And it's important to bring awareness to this issue. And I think plastic surgery is something that gets brought up on RuPaul's Drag Race again and again and again and again. And I'd like to see some actual critique of it at some point. Because clinically, there is a really high proportion of people who use plastic surgery compulsively, or who use plastic surgery as a way to cope with body dysmorphia that then becomes addictive.
Yes!
I think Jan might take it.
Yeah, I mean, I think she did. It was fully realized for both the challenge and the runway.
I think it's going to be between Gigi and Jan.
I think I would personally pick Jan because I think Jan's runway was just a little bit better.
I think so too. I'm happy with it, but I do wish Jan would have taken that one. Based on the runway and the performance.
Like, I feel like Jan's gonna be the Susan Lucci of the season, and that makes me sad.
Too.
She's so talented.
I love Gigi, but...
Totally... Oh my god, that hug was like, I'm gonna fucking stab you. Did you see her face?
Yeah. I don't like seeing Heidi in the bottom.
Yeah, me neither. So we have Heidi and Britta in the bottom. Jackie was safe. I'm saying it's probably by the runway. That was just spot on. This sucks, because we really like Heidi. We really, really like Heidi. They both look mad!
They're gonna, like,
they
cut each
look
other.
mad! Girl, crank it up! Crank it up!
Britta is really fighting.
Yeah. There's no giving up on either side here.
We can breathe.
Okay.
I don't know what I would have done. Like, I like Britta too, but if Heidi would have gone home,
I would have cried.
I think there would also be a riot on Reddit and Twitter.
Oh my god.
My heart is honestly like pounding. Part of us almost just died.
My soul was just like snatched out. So, looks like next week we are going to be watching the queens make some sort of commercial. I love this challenge. I'm super excited for it. So, join us again next week for that. Be sure to hit like and subscribe and ring the bell to get notifications for our new videos.
Yes!
And then drops.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Yes.
Part way?
Yes.